It's your boy, Nerdy White Guy. Nerdy White Guy. Put you in a motherfucking coffin, my guy. He's so dope. Nerdy White Guy. Nerdy White Guy. My first got answered, dude. this white dude. Nerdy White Guy. Nerdy White Guy. We're gonna get this shit started, though. Nerdy gang. What's going down, everybody? So, dude, today we about to see if you can handle the truth. I don't think you can handle the truth, bro. We about to check out. I actually got this from a buddy of mine. He sent it to me. It's from the anonymous page on YouTube. And this is talking about the origins of the COVID-19 virus. So, guys, we are about to get into it. But before we get it started, please, man, smash the subscribe button. Smash the like button. Like, comment, share. All that shit. I'll be sitting here getting nice and toasty because every time I check out stuff from this channel, man, it be freaking me the fuck out, dog. So let's get this video popping, y'all. Disclaimer.
This particular video is about the scientific corruption that you as the public must realize. I'm going to present the information to you and let you decide whether it constitutes corruption or not. You be the ultimate judge.
Corruption, dog. Doctor. Hey, he's a doctor, bro. So
this was orchestrated. We have the scientific evidence from 2015 showing that the research was done, the gain of function components were done by the scientists in North Carolina that then went back to Wuhan. The US government and the Chinese government paid Dr. Shi to fund research in. There's an underlying implication here that's very subtle, but the only possible reason for this modification is the creation of. There are no other plausible explanations. Now that sounds a little
biological warfare, dog.
I agree, but wait, you're going to understand. Because when you start understanding this furin cleavage component that we're talking about, then it starts to make a little bit of sense. But why would somebody do that? Or how can we prove that somebody actually did that? So we're going to talk about that. Now, this was actually created at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill, and they published the highlights of the creation in November 2015. In 2014, Dr. Shi was the recipient of a number of U.S. government grants as well as grants from the National Basics Research Program of China, the Chinese Academy of Science, the National Natural Science Foundation of China, and from the Strategic Priority Research Program of Chinese Academy of Sciences to assist in funding research into. Now, this is, remember, 2015. So they took SARS, the virus that caused SARS in 2002, 2003, and that was carried by bats, making the rounds back in 2003, and reverse engineered the genetic coding itself inside the virus. And they took the backbone of the original wild type, and that's when they started messing around with it.
Oh,
they then inserted additional proteins to enhance the efficacy of the virus inside the human lungs, specifically inside for the human aspect, making it extremely difficult to vaccinate against because the new has multiple proteins with which to attack. Wow. So basically what they did was they made a bug into a super virus. Let's hold off. Let's not panic, because what I want to show here is how the scientific community that knew about this, and yet they're sitting here making stuff. Why are they making this? Why are they doing gain of function?
Bro.
Why is University of North Carolina involved with this? Why are we funding? Why is the U.S. government funding this research on something that we thought had already disappeared? Why are they trying to get gain of function? You know, some people say, well, they were just experimenting, they were doing whatever, but they were actual other scientists that opposed this information. They did not want these studies to be done because they were afraid of a breakout. They were afraid of what the ramifications would be if there was an outbreak, if it was not contained. So this was not something that was obscure. There were some very well-known people that were against this. What would be the purpose of doing such a thing? Well, it'll become self-evident here in a few moments. This is going on from 2003 to 2015 now. They were looking at the SARS component from 2003.
Alright, so guys, I'm sorry for pausing it, but bro, as I'm getting more stoned, right? My dad, I'm just sitting here thinking, dude, so we probably ended up selling it. So we ended up basically selling it to them. So we funded it, did all that. So we probably sold it to China so then they could probably get it to Hong Kong to stop the protesters, maybe? I don't know, dude. I'm reaching, I'm doing high thoughts, but bro, it's fucking crazy. Let's listen up.
Caused SARS, and they were now manipulating that, and they published this manipulation study. After the manipulating it, they published it in this 2015 paper, and they created this hybrid, which is far more deadly and can't be vaccinated against. It is resistant to vaccination because of certain morphological changes that were created to the wild-type backbone. The new DNA, genetically engineered, constitutes a gain in pathogenesis. Now, I want you to remember what gain in pathogenesis means, okay? Or gain of function is the term that they use in virology or actually in research. So gain of function. Okay, here it is. That's a gain of function right there. They admit it. Gain of function basically means taking something and making it more potent, all right? So pathogenesis means lethalness and the infectiousness of something. The pathogenesis is the cause of the actual problem, cause of the disease. And Dr. Shi learns how to perform gain of function operations within viruses, and then she returns to her post in Wuhan, China. So she learned this in University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. They get the cells from Fort Detrick, and now she goes back to Wuhan, which is where the techniques that she learned about gain of function were then applied. Fast forward to November 2019, a breach of containment occurs at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, and patient 0 is detected somewhere between December 1st and December 12th. Dr. Shi is one of the authors that published this paper in January 23rd, 2020, stating that it is of probable bat origin. The problem is she knows what it is and what the origin is because she was the one who created it, okay? She helped to enhance it. This is an enhanced version of the hybrid that they helped develop at UNC with Fort Detrick support back in 2015. Why would you take any kind of organism and make it more potent? Why would you take a bug, a bacteria, and make it more potent, right?
Doesn't make sense.
Of that? Well, they say it's for research purposes. But why would you do research to make something more potent? Why would you do research to make something that's not that bad anyway, less damaging, but they're making it more potent? They're doing gain of function studies. This is a gain of function study on. This is what created it. This is a gain of function study that was done on a specific strain of called the SHC014 strain. Scientific review panels may deem similar studies building chimeric based on circulating strains too risky to pursue. Yeah, no. It's just amazing to me that this has been happening.
So they're bleeping out a lot of words like coronavirus and COVID-19 and other stuff like that, dude, probably because of the they didn't want their shit to get pulled. But dude, I'm sitting here coughing, I'm dying, I'm fucking begged, and this guy is fucking scaring me. Like, why the fuck would we be funding Doug? That just baffles me. Like, I don't put it past our people. You know what I'm saying, Doug? That's just what we do. We're fucking snaky snakes. It's fucking nuts, and it's not us. It's the fucking dudes at the top, and they be fucking us up, dog.
Studies testing hybrid in human cell cultures and animal models are limited in what they can say about the posed by wild. Daszak agrees, but he argues that they can help indicate which pathogens should be prioritized for further research attention.
That's bullshit.
The most absurd statement because they're saying, okay, it should be limited, but you know what? It can help us to prioritize further research. So we need to make these superbugs so that we can then warrant our research to go and look at these superbugs and how they affect the human system. How about doing something even a little bit more effective and not create the damn superbug in the first place? Like, you really need to create a superbug and then try to see how it should be prioritized, so they can help indicate which pathogens should be prioritized for further research?
For a bunch of smart people, they're a bunch of tards.
We're going to take a bunch of different, and then we're going to see which ones we can create the most potent chimeric changes to, and then once we create this chimera, then we'll go ahead and it'll warrant our priority to which we should really work on, focus in on. Well, don't create these super bugs in the first damn place, and you won't have to worry about which one you need to prioritize. Bobby Kennedy said that there are 3 countries that are naturally hostile to each other, which is China, Taiwan, and Japan, and all 3 of them independently concluded that it originated in the United States. Yes, they did. I just showed you the evidence of that. Now, Trump reportedly growing frustrated with Dr. Fauci's blunt approach. I wonder why. Because Trump knows certain things. He knows what's happening here based upon, you can see his cavalier approach. But essentially, he's the one who's out there saying, whipping up the story about the China bats. The government in the United States and China funded it. and then this Dr. Shi went back to Wuhan, and then of course it got released, or there was an outbreak in Wuhan. But where did it all start? It started here in the United States, in North Carolina. So here's something that was posted today, just a couple hours ago, from a TV station, I believe KSAT. Breaking news, first related reported in San Antonio. Now here's the kicker. This is the family member, Ashley Zara Farrell, off that.
Ashley Zara Farrell. So basically a TV station fucking said that her grandmother died from COVID-19. And this is what she has to say.
Person. It says KSAT12 and KSAT.com. I must say I'm highly disappointed at your lack of facts. My grandmother did not pass away at San Antonio MMC. She passed away at a local inpatient hospice facility. Wow. Remember, hospice is for people that are terminal, that are going. She did not pass away from. She passed away from Alzheimer's that she had suffered from for the past 12 years, and a case of aspiration pneumonia that worsened her ailing state. Shame on you, KSAT. Again, the media is hyping this crap and scaring people. They're not reporting the facts. They're not reporting the truth. They're lying. Now, there's a lot of people talking about the misinformation and then saying it's misinformation, it's controversial, but they're not really looking at the science. I want you to remember that this is not the first time this has happened. This was Lyme's disease in the 1990s, SARS in 2002, XMRV in 2009, MERS in 2012, Ebola in 2014, and Zika in 2016, actually H1N1 in 2010. I just want people to know that the agenda is highly, highly suspect. Be aware, don't be paralyzed by fear, because this is part and parcel of their agenda. All right, there's 7 toxicities according to my philosophy, and they have hit 6 of the 7 toxicities. The 5th toxicity being emotional, psychological. That's what they've done with this hype, by creating the hype, by creating the fear mongering. That is affecting people on an emotional, psychological level. I know this was a long video. I hope you understand the significance of this.
Bro.
Pay it forward, pass it on, let people know the truth.
So, dog, alright. So he gave a bunch of facts and a bunch of other shit, right? That, dude, watch the video. I'm going to have it down below, man. If you guys didn't like the way it was, I don't give a fuck, bro. This shit was fucking crazy. So the shit was made in North Carolina, and then we fucking basically funded this Asian lady to come in, learn about all the shit, and then we sent her back with like SARS or whatever, and then she mutated that shit over there, and then fucking it ended up breaking out. Dog, it's some fucking movie type shit. Dog, there's gonna be a movie about this in no time at all. I'm telling you fucking right now, man. Once we get through all this shit, which we will, man. We're a lot stronger than this as a species, dude. We are fucking crazy strong. Been through way worse shit than this, right? Like fucking crazy shit. I'm too stoned for this shit, man. I was about to get into some crazy shit that I heard, but we'll save that for another video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this shit. If you did, please smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, like, comment, share. All that stuff matters. Nerdy gang, as always. Love you guys the mostest, and I will see you guys next time. Let's get it up.